Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well and having a good weekend. I'm banging out another beer review now. Be watching the football after, and the beer we are looking at is one that I actually picked up from, I think this one was from Asda. I bought a few beers the other day, went to Tesco's, got 4, got nothing from Morrison's, got 4 from Asda. I'm pretty certain this was the one of the beers from Asda. And this was actually one of them that wasn't on offer that stopped me from getting the 4 for 3 offer, which is a bit of a pain because the way they set their beer stands up I find really confusing, but hey ho, it is what it is. Anyway, the beer was £3, and one we are looking at is a brewery out of Leeds, and it's beer that I've had from them before, and it's from Kirkstall Brewery, and this is their single hop IPA, and it's Motueka or Motueka or Motueka or however you want to say it. So I believe it is a New Zealand hop, this, and it's an IPA just using that hop, 440ml can, coming in at 5.5%. I'm loving the artwork on that can, and for me that is telling me that is going to taste of lime, kiwis and be hoppy. Really, there's probably other flavors in there as well. Let me just read you a little bit on the can. This fruity hazy IPA showcases a New Zealand hop, Motueka, whatever, known for its floral aromas and flavors of lime. Floral aroma and flavors of lime, kiwi and white grape. Did I miss the white grape in there? Yes, I did miss the white grape. So yeah, so it sounds nice. Judging from them sort of flavours that it's saying, it's going to be, I think it's going to be quite a light, easy going sort of IPA in flavour. It's you know, kiwi, all right, lime is going to be quite zingy, I'm guessing, if you're getting that. White grape and kiwi, I kind of think of as kind of, even the lime is going to be zingy, but quite bland, if you know what I mean, in my eyes. So yeah, the can looks good. It sounds decent. Like I said, £3 from Asda, 440ml can, 5.5%. Let's stop talking. Don't have a Kirkstall glass, so it is going in this Beavertown one. So we're going to whack it in there. Been in the fridge since I bought it, which is set at something like, I don't know, 4 or 5 degrees, something like that. I really couldn't tell you, if I'm totally honest. I'm guessing at 4 or 5 degrees, probably nearer 5. But let's give it a pour, get it in the glass and see what we get. Glass is looking a bit grotty. Whether this is one that I've used and not cleaned particularly great, I don't know. There's a few bubbles sticking on them. I'm not going to say it's massively grotty, but it's not beer glass clean, if you like. So there's still a bit in the can. Whether that'll change, let's give it a little bit of a swirl and put a bit more in. Don't want to fill it right up so I can get some aromas off it. But looking at it, it's hazy, but it's very light in colour. I think when I poured it, I was thinking in my head, this is maybe looking a little bit light. We've got a good thick sort of finger of white head on top. I say thick, big finger of head, but yeah, it's not looking too bad, to be honest. It's looking typical IPA anyway. So yeah, there we are. That's what it looks like. Let's dive in, have a sniff, see what we get. Definitely getting that lime. You're getting a real sort of zingy lime thing going on. It's funny because it said on aroma floral aroma and flavours of lime. I'm definitely picking lime up on the nose myself. Yeah, floral, but I feel I'm getting a little zinginess of a lime thing going on. You know, and I can't really say I'm picking sort of kiwi or grape up on the nose. Not that it tells me I should do, but, you know, I'm getting the lime. But yeah, the floral notes are there. But it smells very toned down, but I kind of sort of expected it to be toned down, because what they're saying is the sort of aromas and flavours that you sort of expect to be quite sort of mellow, if you like. Anyway, you probably think he's talking shit. I probably am. Let's dive in. Kirkstall Brewery, Motueka, single hop IPA, 5.5% from Asda. Cheers. All right. First thing, straight away. Well, the first thing is body. As soon as I put it to my mouth, I thought, hang on, this has got quite a nice body. Behind that body, I'm thinking there's a little malty note in there. I think possibly there's some maltiness helping the body, and there's a little malty note. But we'll go back to where I normally do. We'll come back to the rest. Yeah, it's definitely in there, definitely in there. Body of the beer is nice, actually. 5.5%. I mean, you're not really going to expect anything weighing you down with 5.5%. But what you have is a nice body that feels like you are drinking something a little bit substantial, but without being heavy, but also gives you a drinkability and a sessionability. Is that even a word? A sessionable body, let's put it that way. Carbonation's nice. Sprightly fizz. Bubbles don't, get the can the right way around, but the bubbles don't really sort of roughen the mouth. It's pretty smooth, it's got to be said. On the taste for me, the big note is the lime. That's the big thing that you pick up, the lime. But alongside that is a malty note, the malty backbone. That runs alongside that. The lime is almost slightly sweet. And I'm going to say the maltiness is bringing that out. There's a nice sort of citrus kind of note, which I'm going to say is the kiwi, because obviously I'm getting the lime, but I think there's a nice sort of note that, now I've not eaten kiwi, so I could be totally wrong here, but I'm going to say it's that. And maybe tails off to the white grape. It's almost like on the intake, lime and maltiness. And the sweetness of the maltiness takes the edge off that lime. So you lose a little bit of that zinginess, but it is there. As your palate adjusts, the zinginess wears off. The maltiness sort of takes over and takes that away. Then I'm thinking you're getting that kiwi thing in there. Not had kiwi, so can't say. Slightly different taste, but right on the back end, after that, it's like the bigger, bolder flavours wear off, and you're left with that sort of white grape flavour, I'm going to say. It's very clean. It's nice and crisp, and it is refreshing. It's definitely a summer sort of beer. With them flavours, like I say, they're kind of light flavours in there. That are very, for me, very sort of summery sort of flavours. You know, if you'll have a slice of lime or something in a drink and it just leaves you that freshness in your mouth. That's what this does. .5% really isn't there, to be honest. I mean, not that 5.5% should be anything necessarily big or bold, but sometimes them flavours of a 5.5% beer can feel 5.5% beer, if not bigger. This, I think this drinks, this, I mean, if they put 4.5% on this can, you could get away with saying, yeah, I believe that, even if they were trying to kid you and, you know, put a false label on. But I got to admit, I do like this. Mostly because it is a nice little refreshing number, a nice little summer drink. It's almost, you know, barbecue, as we always say when the summer comes out. You know, if the sun's out, this is that nice little quencher, this nice little refreshing sort of beer. I don't think it's one, I mean, you probably could stick on it all night, but I think it's one of them that is a thirst quencher more than actually being one that you want to go and session on. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's one of them that would start your afternoon off lovely because it's got that quenching kind of flavour to it. So yeah, I mean, and £3 is not an awful lot of money these days in craft beer terms. So for me, Kirkstall Brewery and their Motueka single hop IPA, I like it. I like it. I do like it. I'm not going to say it's a massive world beating beer, but I think for the money, it's decent enough. It's enjoyable. It's refreshing. It's clean. It's accessible as well. Yeah, I think it's worth giving a go. And I've got to say, I am a little bit surprised with that sort of like malty backbone to it, because I always kind of look at single hop sort of IPAs as being lighter, thinner, but being all sort of the flavour of the hop and the flavours you get out of the hop, if you know what I mean. But that maltiness in the background just makes it feel that little bit fuller. So yeah, I like it. I do like it. Like I say, no world beater, but I think it's well worth picking up. It's a nice summery sort of drink. If you're one of them that only enjoys 1 or 2 in the garden anyway, it's not a problem. A couple of them would see your afternoon right. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you again soon on another one. Cheers.